total of 9 teams earned a spot in this year's Division II Central playoff bracket for boys basketball. A trio of local teams, Milford, Holliston, and Hopkinton, all ended the season with identical 10-10 records. This forced the MIAA to go to a series of coin flips to determine how the teams would be seeded. In the end, Hopkinton was awarded the 7th seed, giving the Hillers a bye into the quarterfinals. Holliston and Milford were awarded the 8 and 9 seeds respectively, pitting the two teams against one another in what would essentially be a play-in game to join the rest of the playoff field in the quarterfinal round. With Holliston receiving the better seed, that meant Monday night's playoff game would be played out in Panther territory. Though Milford TV could not be in the gym for coverage, we were fortunate to receive footage courtesy of both Miller Technical Products as well as Holliston Cable Access Television. Without further ado, here are the complete highlights of Milford versus Holliston in the D2 Central playoffs. It was an electric playoff atmosphere inside the Holliston Fieldhouse as the 8-seeded Panthers and the 9-seeded Scarlet Hawks prepared to take the floor in the first round of the D2 Central playoffs. The two teams combined for just 3 total wins a season ago, but each program found their form in the 2015-16 year to earn their way into postseason play. Defense would be the theme of the early minutes of this game. Here Zach Tamani does a great job of getting back to prevent the easy layup, but Tamani wasn't finished showing off his defense. As Holliston senior Tucker Ciracello tries to cut inside, Tamani sets his feet and draws the charge, denying the Panthers the bucket. More good defense here for Milford as they pin Holliston deep out on the perimeter with the shot clock winding down. They force junior Michael Alibrandi to heave it from nearly half court, but somehow the shot finds its way home to give the Panthers a 3-1 early lead. Midway through the first, we'd get our first sighting of Dimitri Torres as he gets in the passing lane to create the steal and goes coast to coast, splitting the defense to get the layup to cut it to a 1-point Panther lead. Next Milford possession, it's Anthony Arcudi who gets the ball at the top of the key, and he sinks the long 2 to give the Hawks a 7-6 lead. It would stay a low-scoring game into the closing minutes of the quarter as both teams worked out the jitters. But with 2 minutes to play, Holliston would start to put together a run, starting with this 3 from Andrew Lynch. Holliston would put up 7 points in the final 2 minutes of the quarter to give the Panthers a 15-11 lead after 1. Momentum would stay with the Panthers into the second quarter. Here Alex Mesa can't connect on the wide-open 3. Andrew Lynch gets the rebound for Holliston and takes it all the way up, getting the shot and the foul. Holliston would score 6 of the first 8 points in the quarter to up their lead to 8. Milford would get themselves into major foul trouble in the first half, leading to a lot of easy Holliston looks from the line. Andrew Lynch would collect a pair of foul shots here to establish a double-digit lead for the home team. After struggling mightily from 3-point range, Dimitri Torres would finally connect here with just over 2 minutes to go in the half, cutting the deficit back down to 8 points. But Milford just could not seize momentum. With less than a minute to go, Holliston would keep this play alive, and eventually senior Andrew Keim would get the putback bucket. It would be the final points of the half, allowing Holliston to take a 32-23 lead into the locker rooms. They would quickly build on that lead as the second half began. Andrew Lynch, who had 12 points to lead all scorers in the first half, drains the 3 to push Holliston's lead to 12. Milford would finally start to push back as the quarter went along. With 5.5 minutes left in the third, they set up Tamani from the near corner, and Zach drains a key 3-pointer to make it a 35-29 Holliston lead. With the deficit now at 8, it's Torres who finally finds his stroke from outside, burying the 3. That shot officially woke up the Scarlet Hawks offense. After free throws brought Milford closer, watch the defense close in on Holliston here, forcing the turnover. Torres then races up the floor before dishing off to Dwight Anderson, who puts it in, making it a 1-point Panther lead. On the ensuing inbounds, the combination of Torres and Arcudi refused to let Holliston out of the backcourt. Torres ends up with the ball and he pushes it to Arcudi, who lays it in, giving the Scarlet Hawks their first lead of the half, sending the Milford fans into a frenzy. Milford used a combination of suffocating defense and high-tempo transition offense to overwhelm the Panthers throughout the third quarter. After trailing by 12 points after the first shot of the period, Milford outscored Holliston 24-6, and as a result, it was the Scarlet Hawks who took a 47-41 lead into the fourth quarter. Holliston entered the quarter looking for some way to regain their confidence.
After neither side could find a basket in the first 90 seconds, it would be the lone freshman on the floor in Spencer Aronson who would unleash a long-range three that would find its way in, instantly making it a one-possession game. After Milford found so much success with their press defense throughout the third quarter, they would switch things up in the fourth, and that gave Michael Alibrandi space to knock down another crucial three-pointer to cut the Milford lead to 48-47. On Milford's ensuing possession, Dwight Anderson would miss on the short floater, and the rebound would deflect back out to the Panthers. The ball would wind up back in the hands of the freshman Aronson, who would continue to rise to the occasion, grabbing the third three-point bucket of the quarter for Holliston, pushing the lead back to the Panthers at 50-48. Holliston would continue to work the perimeter here as Luke Altobelli tries from long range, but the shot would be no good. Milford secures the rebound and takes it up the floor. They swing the pass into the hands of Dimitri Torres on the near wing, and Torres buries the three, giving the senior 20 points on the night and sending Milford to a 53-52 lead. With just over 3 minutes to go, Milford returns to their press defense, but Holliston is able to beat it up the floor. Aronson takes the off-balance jumper, and look at the friendly roll around the rim for the home team to place them back in front by one. From there, both teams would unleash a frantic pace to the game that had fans on both sides at a fever pitch.
Lynch steps into a three. High rebound, higher grab by Kelly. Torres releases, puts the body in, won't go. Rebound ripped away by Campbell, no calls. Aronson straight into the paint. Back dump, looking for Lynch. Alibrandi tried to keep it alive. Anderson and Alibrandi tangled up, no call. Arcudi, three-pointer, no good, but Altobelli's got it. Bodies falling everywhere. Alibrandi along the baseline, finally a whistle.
Holliston couldn't connect from the line, but just seconds later, Sam Campbell would scoop it up and in, giving the Panthers a three-point lead with just over 90 seconds to play. Tamani would take it down the floor for the Hawks, and he'd find Torres wide open for a potential game-tying three, but the shot would be just off the mark. Milford would come away empty-handed on the possession, and they would look to make a crucial defensive stand on the other side of the floor. Holliston would advance the ball before dishing the pass to Alibrandi, and watch Milford commit too much on their inside defense, leaving Alibrandi wide open, and the junior would deliver the three-pointer with 48 seconds left. Holliston would do their job from the free throw line over the final seconds, pushing it out to a three-possession lead. Dwight Anderson would hit a three just before the buzzer, but it would prove to be the final points of the season for the Scarlet Hawks. A gritty fourth-quarter effort from the Panthers allowed them to erase a 6-point deficit and walk away with a 62-57 victory. Holliston advances to a quarterfinal matchup with top-seeded Concord Carlisle, while Milford's season comes to an end.
Hey everybody, this is Tim Coette. Make sure you check out full episodes of The Milford Informer on Milford TV. New episodes air every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. and then re-air frequently over the course of the weekend. Milford TV can be found on Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 38. And if you live in the Milford area and have an idea for a news story, you can contact us at news@milfordtv.net.